everyone, I am Palak of PCOM Semester 4 of Hansraj Mahila Mahavidyalaya Jalandhar. I am here to give a presentation on topic product planning and development. Firstly, I would like to express my special thanks to our principal, Dr. Mrs. Ajay Serene, for giving me this opportunity, and also thanks to our class in charge, Mrs. Binu Gupta, for her guidance and support. Let's begin.
So these are contents that I will discuss. Have a look. Let's start from introduction. The success of any business depends upon the satisfaction of its customer. So the company must develop products that fulfill the needs and wants of customer. For this, product planning is necessary for any producer to bring and move its product in the market. A business enterprise has to take decisions regarding product development, product life cycle. To create successful new products, the company must understand its customers, markets, and competitors. Firstly, I explain what is product. According to the Philip Kotler, a product is anything that can be offered to market for attention. Acquisition means something that someone buys. Use consumption that might satisfy a want or need. A product can be a service or an item. So a product can be classified as tangible or intangible. A tangible product, for example, building vehicle and gadget. An intangible product, for example, insurance policy. Next are physical characteristics of goods. They are price, brand, packaging, design, product warranty, color, seller's reputation, seller's services, and product quality. Next, innovation is required. These are some reasons for the requirement of innovation. Products go through life cycle, which include introduction stage, growth stage, maturity stage, and declining stage. At declining stage, production will stop, profit will fall, which ultimately results from new innovation. You need new ones coming on stream. Profit highest when products new. That means new product leads to higher profit. Consumer more selective, they look carefully at each purchase. To satisfy consumer needs more effectively, the product innovation seems to be needed. High failure rates in the 70% range leads to new product. Innovative is equal to truly unique, improved with valuable new benefits. Here is some reasons for the failure of product. Let's discuss some. Failure to understand consumer needs and wants, does not match current company objective, overestimating market size. What is market size? Market size is number of individuals in a certain market segment who are potential buyers. Companies should determine market size before launching a new product or service. Overestimation of market size will cause product failure. Obsolete. Obsolete means no longer used or needed. Poor design, poor promotion, price too high or too low, no longer profitable, technical problem, conflicts with other products in the same product line, excessive development costs, and competitive reaction. Next is product planning and development definition. Product planning and development is a concept for a product that can meet a need, deliver a service, or solve a problem. Product planning is the first step to be taken by an enterprise. It needs the what, where, why, when, who, and how. Once the team has the answer, they begin understand what the product is and what its potential could be. Plus the costs, risks, and challenges along the way. The stronger the planning and development phase is, the more likely a company has a successful launch. Next is some question a good product planning team need to solve. These questions are: what is the product? Why is it needed? When can it be launched? When and where would it be used? Why is your team the best suited to bring it to life? And many other questions that are need to solve. Next is a case study, Apple and the iPod, a great example of product planning and development that changed the world is the iPod. Steve Jobs and the Apple saw a problem. People love the music, but the compact disc players were inherently flawed portable music solution jogging with portable. Music had been converted to the digital media files for years already, and portable players existed. But how could they be captured in a product that was easy to use and fun to own? But the Apple's iPod solution came from an outside source, a man named Tony Fadell. Tony Fadell is the father of the iPod, who brought the concept to a Microsoft and was turned away. Apple liked the idea, and soon it is a legendary industrial design studio had an iPod concept. Development teams were tasked with a solving functionality so digital music could appeal to the masses. Apple always holds Monday product meetings where everything in the development is discussed, where's it at, what needs solving, what's next. A product never goes more than 2 weeks without a Monday review. In Thor's review, the iPod team solved the product, and the product was better every way than anything else that was on the market.
These are the benefits of product planning and development. Effective utilization of resources. It reduces the loss of time by the workers waiting for the materials and makes most effective use of resources. Customer satisfaction. It provides maximum possible satisfaction to the customers. It helps in expanding the market for product and increasing the goodwill of the organization. Cost reduction. Production control programs minimizes the idleness of man and machine. It increases profit earning. It helps in improving the product and also help to face competition. Product planning and development helps in producing the goods and services of best quality. It gives right direction and reduces business related risk. Next is essential element of product planning and development. Research and design. The process of product planning starts with the research and design. These include market research, product research, analysis of alternative designs and characteristics for the finalizing the one that would meet the customer requirements. Production techniques. This requires examination of the alternative techniques of production and choosing the right one. Modification and improvement. It becomes necessary to improve the product. These includes in-depth analysis and final decision making for modifying and improving the existing product in the term of specification, quality, packaging, etc. Product elimination. This requires a decision to drop the unprofitable product. When a product reaches at the final stage of its life cycle, the demand of the product declines and the product becomes unprofitable. Product pricing. It is the most important element. The success or the failure of all the marketing efforts depends upon its price determination. This involves a decision on a price to be fixed based on either the competitor's price or the cost of production or the market forces of supply and demand. Coordination. This requires constant monitoring and information feedback on the aspect of finance, engineering, manufacturing, etc. Commercialization. This involves determination of marketing outlets and integrating the new product into the firm's normal operation for satisfactory volume of sales. Scope of product planning and development. Production decision. Every producer decides before starting production whether it would be profitable for him or not to start the production of the product under consideration.
Next scope is size and design of product. It is also a part of process of product planning and development. Name of the product. The name of product must be simple, brief, and easy to remember. Price of the product. The price must be determined keeping in view the price of the product of competitors, purchasing power of consumer, demand and popularity of the product, etc. Brand, packing and label of product. Every enterprise has to determine a particular brand, a particular type of packing, a particular label for its product. New uses of product. It means to discover the purpose for which the product can be used. And the last one is guarantee and after sale service. Business and industry extend guarantee for the repair and maintenance of product for a certain period. Next is product planning and development process. There are 7 stages in this process: idea generation, screening of ideas, product concept development, commercial feasibility, product development, test marketing, and commercialization. The first stage is idea generation. In this stage, idea for the development of the new product is generated. Idea may be generated from the internal sources or from the external sources. Internal sources which are inside the organization, like company's own research and development department. External sources which are outside the organization, like customers, dealers, scientists, etc. In this stage, more and more new and better product ideas is generated. Second stage is screening of ideas. It is the process of evaluating ideas to get the most promising ones for your business. The ideas should be screened properly, as any idea passing this stage would cost the firm in terms of time, money, efforts at subsequent stage in product planning and development. Third stage is product concept development. At this stage, product idea is transformed into a product concept. Example, a product which target market will accept. The company finds out the consumer will accept the product or not. If the feedback from the consumers and your business associate is positive, then a sample is created. The fourth stage is commercial feasibility. As at this stage, the purpose is to determine whether the proposed product idea is commercially feasible in terms of demand potential and the costs of production and marketing. The fifth stage is product development stage. At this stage, the engineering department converts the product concept into a concept form of product in view of the required size, shape, design, weight, color, etc. of the product concept. The design will depend on what it does and what the target market wants. 6 stages. Test marketing stage. In this stage, a sample of product is tested in the well-chosen and authentic sales environment to find out consumers' reaction. Consumers' reaction is used to improve the product and determine whether the product should go to the market or not. The last stage is commercialization. After the management is satisfied with the results of test marketing, steps are taken to launch a full-fledged program for the production, promotion and marketing of the product. In this stage, the product is officially in the market and being sold to all, and it enters its life cycle process. Next is life cycle. There are 4 stages of product life cycle: introduction stage, growth stage, maturity stage and declining stage. Introduction stage. In this stage, the product is being released into the market. The size of the market for the production is small, which means sales and competitions are low, profit is less and cost is very high. The next stage is growth stage. It is the growing stage. In this stage, the sales and profit will increases and the company can start to benefit from economics of scale in production. The third stage is maturity stage. The market is very large. The aim for the manufacturer is now to maintain the market share they have built up. This probably the most competitive time for the most products and the business. Declining stage. In
In this stage, production will stop, profit will fall. All the customers who will buy the product have already purchased it, or because the consumer are switching to a different type of products. Next and the last is conclusion. Product planning is an inseparable part of every product's implementation. It allows for safe product development as it helps to measure possible threats and risks. Then you can implement them and boost your product outcomes. Thus, it is necessary for every firm to do product planning and development for gaining good results. A business concern, through its effective planning and development, can ensure its survival in this competitive world. Thank you for watching.